is up, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you are, good morning. Oh man, I'm so happy to be with you guys today. I'm just letting Facebook load up. Working on getting like a really cool background, but until then, you know, I got the nice New Hampshire tree line going for you. So it is, as you can see, it is getting a little chilly here in New Hampshire. So winter and fall is a coming. So excited. All right. So what we're going to talk about today is, I just want to see, good morning. Oh, Mary's on. Good morning, dear. All right. So today is kind of a, good morning, Miga. Good morning, Kelly. All right. Good morning, Judith. Hey, how you doing? Calling from Zoom. Excellent. Everybody, I'm so happy to see you guys today. So excited to be here. It's Wednesday, everybody, which means who was on last, was it Friday or Wednesday? I think it was Friday. Who was on last Friday and who did the clear out, or what did I call it? Clean Environment Weekend Challenge. Who did it? Raise your hand if you did the weekend challenge. I only received one email. A little sad about that, but that's okay. So basically, for everybody who was not on Friday's call or didn't catch the replay, the challenge was to clean out one room or one area of the house that needed a deep clean or some reorganization or some recondo or whatever it needed, right? So what I did is I did the garage, and I kind of did the kitchen, but we have so many like little appliances like the juicer and the rice cooker and the crock pot. They just kind of take a broom. So I was trying to, I think we might get like an Instant Pot to kind of go back and just kind of combine maybe. I don't know if you've ever used an Instant Pot before, but whatever. I did the garage, and what I did is I got the Christmas stuff out kind of ready to go, so that, you know, or the holiday stuff, kind of like Thanksgiving-y holiday stuff to get out. So I got that to the front of the garage. We only have a few items in the garage, but kind of like a few, you know, things from our childhood that we like. We're kind of sentimental. I'm super sentimental. You give me a greeting card, I'll never throw it away for like ever. So, all right. So what I did is I kind of cleared out the garage, reorganized everything a little bit so that everything on the garage floor is either in a plastic bin, so that just in case the winter gets crazy and gets flooded, I'm not going to lose anything. I don't have to worry about anything. Everything's in a bin, no boxes, no nothing. So I maybe have, I don't know, maybe six bins out there, and then I got the car wash stuff, and I have like tools and stuff, which I do need to get a tool box kind of thing, but we'll work on that. So good, Tony, you did the challenge. You did your office, was the room. Awesome. So, you know, if you guys want to get in on that, you know, definitely, you know, the whole thing was basically to reorganize the clutter and to make sure that you have a nice clean space to work with, because when your environment's nice and clean, you know, you're not looking at trash, you're not looking at clutter, you're not looking at anything. It just kind of helps with productivity. So that kind of goes hand in hand with today's topic, which is how are you going to end 2019? You know, we have 3 months left. We're almost into September, and 3 months left. And how are you going to end 2019? Are you going to end it as an employee, or as an entrepreneur, or as, you know, what are you going to end it as? So how are you going to end it with a bang? It's really important that as you go through the year, you're not just making New Year's resolutions, you're not just making goals in the beginning of the year, because in order to stay up on your goals, you have to have them visible. You have to take a look at them quarterly to really understand, you know, how to actually put them into place. You know, so say you got a lot going on. Say you have a lot going on in your life right now where things are kind of, oh, there's a little puppy outside, and my little dachshund is like, not on my watch, fool. So he's gonna get it. But anyway, sorry about that. So, you know, how are you going to end 2019? So you want to always do quarterly goals. That's what I always kind of recommend to everybody. I have my little journal out. And I just kind of make a plan. You know, I make a plan for each month. So as the month comes to a close, I look at my month back. I look at it and say, okay, what were my wins? What did I have that was really, you know, what did I do great? You know, what were some really great things that happened? What were some great things that maybe I read or have, you know, maybe I watched a really great show that was really inspiring, or just kind of made my soul feel better, you know, like silly girly stuff like Sundays at Tiffany's. I love that movie. Like, it's probably one of my favorite movies. If you haven't watched it, it's read it. It's a book made into a movie, James Patterson. It's super cheesy, super girly, and I love every second of it. And I will totally take all of the jokes, because I may look like this, but on the inside, I'm like, you know, a Disney princess. So all girls are like that, I think, on some level. So, you know, what my goal is, you know, I have kind of 4 little steps that you need to take you know, to kind of set yourself up for the next 3 months. Okay. So first of all, you need to understand and realize and become aware of what is stopping you. Is there anything stopping you from being an entrepreneur right now? Let's think about that. Is it money? Is it time? Is it fear? You know, what are those things? Are you, why are you letting money come into any sort of factor when it comes into that? Because as an entrepreneur mindset, you all know that you have to be resourceful with your money, right? So for instance, I found 2 boxes that are sitting right in front of me that I look at every single day since I cleaned out the garage, that are of my grandpa's stuff. And they're wonderful, beautiful items that I don't really have use for. I may keep a couple of pieces, you know, but other than that, I know he was, you know, had a bit of an entrepreneur mind, and he had a great work ethic. So I know that he knows that I can probably sell that stuff on eBay or at a consignment shop or whatever that is, and put that money towards my business, towards my goals of, you know, what I'm going to be creating for the next couple of months. So I don't feel guilty about that. I don't feel, because I know him, and I know that I have to do what's best for me with the things that he left, right? So those are things that I'm going to go ahead and import into my business, which is, you know, selling on eBay, selling on a consignment shop. Maybe they're crystal items, so selling some things on you know, I don't know where. I got to do some research, because I got to figure out where you find this, you know, high-end Irish crystal. So, you know, there's that. And so that's one thing that I'm going to have to really kind of make a plan of, right? So I have to make plan to take a picture. I have to take plan, you know, to research how much even to market it for, right? Because I don't know. And then I have to actually post it. And all of those things are taking actions. But what I did is I did 4 things, right? So I made a plan, which is I'm going to sell things on eBay, or I'm going to sell at a consignment shop to kind of get rid of those things and put back into my business. I'm going to set a goal of, you know, by September or by October 1st, these things will either all be listed or sold or shipped or whatever it is, right? Then I created a routine around it. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 items a day. So I'm just going to set a big goal. I'm going to do 2 items a day. I already have everything laid out, ready to go. I'm done. And then I'm actually going to take some action and post it on eBay, post it on consignment websites, or where Crystal Web, I don't even know. I have to figure that out. But what I'm doing is I put it visually right in front of me, so I see it and I hate it there, because I'm so type A that I don't like it, because it's just a box and it's not cute, and it's just a Home Depot box. And so that's my goal, is to get it out of my eye line. But I don't want to put it somewhere because I want to sell it, right? I want to make a profit. I want to make sure I'm gaining from this. And also it'll help my eBay experience too, because, you know, Gary Vee goes to garage sales and flips items. Matchbox cars apparently are the big rage. So just little things like that are going to be, you know, things that you can do. So again, you want to make a plan, set a goal, create a routine in order to make that plan, that goal happen, and then take some action. So those are the 4 things that you need to do in order to end 2019 as an entrepreneur. So just because you technically have a job and you technically are, Mary says, try upscale, cheapskate consignment shop. Oh, cool. All right. Thank you, Mary. Like, thank you. So, you know, how are you going, just because you happen to work a 9-to-5 job doesn't mean that you don't have an entrepreneur mind or heart, right? Change your mindset around. Understand that just because you happen to be working a 9-to-5 job now doesn't mean that that's going to be forever. When I first started, I would walk into the hospital saying, this is just temporary. Christy and I would drive to work. This is just temporary. This is not going to be our normal for the rest of our lives. We're going to do something different. And it took 7 months, 8 months, but we did it. We were able to quit our jobs and move to New Hampshire, which is what we wanted to do, where we want to be. And then I get to listen to the birds and the trees and the wind flowing through the trees. It's all like a damn Hallmark card out here. It's amazing. And so every day I wake up and I look at this view and I think of what I had to go through to get it, and I would do it again. And so that's what you guys have to really think of when you want to end the year right and on a positive note and positive go into 2020. You know, what are your big goals? You know, I talked about this in the beginning of the year. You know, what are your quarterly goals? What are your monthly goals, your weekly goals, your daily goals, and then your yearly, like big year goals, 5-year goals, right? 2-year goals, 1-year goal, you know? So what are those things? And that's how you want to end 2019, but you also don't want to stop yourself from being an entrepreneur. You know, my friend sent me a picture update. My friend is probably listening to this now, but she sent me a picture of her weird art, and it was creepy as F, right? So creepy. But people who like that art went crazy for it. And she got, like, I don't know how much money she made from it. I didn't ask because it doesn't really matter. But the what matters is that she took action. You know, she made a plan, she set a goal, she did it, and then she took some action and actually sold it. Whether or not she sold it, I don't know. I didn't get that update. But, you know, always try to be bettering yourself and always trying to be creating that routine, because there's a lot of times where, you know, people talk a lot of talk. Oh yeah, I'll be back. Give me 2 months, give me 3 months, I'll be back, and I'll be back, and I'm gonna really do this. This is it for me. And then what happens? They just trickle off. I mean, it's human nature, I guess you can say. If it's not right in front of you, you're not actually gonna do it. So always trying to be creating better routines, creating better ideas. And even when you're going through a not so good time, you know, July wasn't really good for me. The beginning of August wasn't really good personally for me. But each day I showed up, I did as best as I could for that day. And I wasn't hard on myself. I mean, I was a little bit, because it's just human nature, but I wasn't like shit talking myself. I just showed up and I did the work. And I showed up on the calls, brought as much value as I could. Even when I did not even remotely want to be on the call, I showed up. But being on the call and actually doing it made me feel better. It made me feel like I actually had accomplished something, because I was putting myself in a position where I did not want to be, and I was making the best of it. You know, I'm sure you guys have had that, where you are not having a good day and you have to do something and you're just like, I don't even want to think about this right now. And then you do it and you feel better. And that's just what it is. It's just overcoming that amount of fear and that amount of discomfort to have that difficult conversation with yourself and make that damn decision to just do it, you know? So those are the, excuse me, those are the kind of things that I want to, you know, have you think about and end 2019. Also, maybe switch routines up a little bit. You know, I switched from coffee to tea just because I wanted to, just because it's a whim. You know, I realized I like tea. So anyway, I think that you definitely, everybody on this call that showed up, you want something to happen, right? You want to be better in some way. You just have to continuously make that happen and continuously make that work, right? So make the plan, set the goal, create the routine to make that goal happen, and then take some damn action. And stop stop worrying about why you're not an actual entrepreneur, why you're not Gary Vee, or why you're not Dave Sharp. You're you. And take ownership of that, because your story and everything is going to be the most beneficial part of it. But you just have to see that. And I think some people get caught up in what exactly, how much money they're going to make. How do I do this? How do I do the, how do I connect my ClickFunnels to my Aweber? And it's very simple. You just, if you have a question, look at the help section. That's what I did. I did so much research, and we have training. I mean, it's all around you. You just have to actually want to do it. And so, don't fall off in the next 2 months. If you need, if you need to create a goal or plan, don't fall off. Just keep doing it every single day. Do something for your business, but for yourself and for your family and for down the line. So that's my little thing of wisdom today. Casey Smith says, something I say is you've got to have a dream to have a goal. You've got to have a goal to have a plan. You've got to have a plan to know what you're going to do today. That's right. Everybody, I'm going to just end on that note because that was amazing. So I hope you guys have a kick-ass day. Again, if you're going to be on the Friday call, don't forget to send me any questions. I got some really great questions for the last Friday call. So I really want to make sure that, I can help in any way. Like if you're brand new, like I see Kelly and Sheila, you guys are brand new. So you guys should show up on Friday and just know that this is not intimidating. We're all here to help you. And so everybody give Sheila and Kelly a nice little welcome, a legendary welcome, how we do when everybody's brand new to the call. So give them a nice welcome and say, let them know that we're here if they need any questions or whatever. But go ahead and email me any questions, Jackie@legendarymarketer.com. And just so you know, I actually read those. I actually read those, and I want to answer your questions because I know that sometimes some people don't necessarily want to answer it or ask the question in the comment box because they're fearful or they're intimidated for whatever reason. But please, email me privately, Jackie@legendarymarketer.com, if you have any questions that you want me to put on the Friday call. It just helps you, and you might be helping someone else if they have another question, same question. Okay. So, all right, you guys have a kick-ass day. I will talk to you soon, and I'll talk to you on Friday. Have a good day, guys. Go get to work. Get that plan, make that goal, and take some action, okay? Bye.